Hello, listener. Welcome to Azara's Fist, an amateurish production. In this game, as in all our games, the players at the table are utilizing various safety tools to ensure we all have a great time. We encourage you to use the safety tools at your disposal while listening as well. Content warnings for this episode can be found in the episode description. You folded the little paper boat and had a nice evening ahead of you in the tower conjured by Ved by the shore. And that is where we are now.
That was a fucking weird day.
But it went pretty well.
I kind of liked it.
I can distinctly say that it could have gone worse.
Nobody died.
Well, none of us died.
Nobody who mattered died. I mean, those people probably mattered to somebody, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it.
How is Mind Flayer society structured? Like, did they have wives and kids at home, or
history
was it
check?
more of? Yeah, can I history check?
Can I do a history
we
check?
make orphans?
I'm asking for a history check.
Go ahead and roll history.
I got a 16.
I got a 6 on a history check. I don't think I care that much.
I rolled a 3 on the dice, so I got a 20.
What the fuck?
I have a plus 17 history. It's my highest stat.
The common understanding, and I think anything deeper that you'd get from that dirty 20, the hive mind eliminates the potential for any sort of bonded relationships, as it is essentially one.
It would be weird if your fingers had favorite fingers to work with.
Right. Honestly, yeah, that's almost exactly right. And that would be like the academic understanding of it all. There's not a whole lot of firsthand accounts because, well, that's kind of the point. The one thing you would remember is not everything you killed was a mind flayer. There were about a dozen humans involved in that scrap, but probably not great people.
We did the families a favor.
And B, you did leave your brother to rot in a cell.
I don't have the emotional bandwidth right now to have that conversation.
It's okay. In an infinite number of universes, he's not rotting in a jail cell.
Should we go to those universes and change that?
We could make this one be one of those, but only if you want.
I guess, do we think, I know that we're kind of going into the unknown, but do we maybe want to have some kind of game plan for tomorrow? Or is our game plan just go and wing it?
I mean, how much can we possibly know about going to hell?
Well, Ved seems to know an awful lot about an awful lot of things, so...
I'm a little hurt that you're not asking me for my input, but that's fine.
Okay, Buckley, when was the last time you were in hell?
One time, I didn't get dinner, and I think that was probably hell.
We got an expert here, ladies and gentlemen.
Many philosophers have believed that hunger might be the closest we can be to feeling what hell is.
See what Ved said.
I just love the idea that Buckley's worst memory is something that is so much more recent than all of the bad things that ever happened to Buckley.
He's fully shut those out and is like, I just don't want to think about the before time.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I've got a really good modifier to that. That's 22.
Your brain doesn't see it long enough to understand why it's a bad thing, but for a brief moment, you see a flashed image of a broom, and then it just is gone.
I think I'm gonna be sick. I'll be right back.
Is he having like dog PTSD? Like
Human PTSD. Buckley is a human now. It's just regular ass PTSD.
Right. But it's like dog memories, you know? I got my ass beat with a broom one time.
It is in black and white.
But no, Ved, actually, what do you know about where we're...
About the hell. Okay. Well, Justin, what do I know about the specific hell we're going to? I mean, can I roll about it or whatever?
I'm going to give you a roll with disadvantage on this, just because I don't think it's something that you would have researched prior to this, and accessing that knowledge is difficult.
Good. That's why I have a plus 17.
I have a weird question. What if I command him to remember?
That's not how that works.
Oh, come on!
I think I would die if you just commanded me to remember. That's how you can kill Ved.
They have a plus 17 to history. Stop trying to help.
So disadvantage. So the lower of 2 rolls?
Yep.
38.
See, you should have let me give them advantage.
I rolled a 19.
Wait, so your two rolls were a 20 and a 19?
No, there were 2 19s. Let's not be ridiculous.
It's a 36, by the way, not a 38.
They're potato at that point.
Specifically, Justin, what I'm looking for is just sociological information about the hell we're going to. Do we know which hell we're going to?
So that is a misconception that is based on ancient versions of that plane of existence. Centuries ago, there was a time where there was a great war between the material plane and the lower planes. In the climax of that, the hells were sealed off, and they weren't sealed permanently, nor did that last for very long. But in that time, the structure of the hells themselves collapsed. There was like mass rebellion, a realization that being magically cut off from the material plane was catastrophic to the realm itself and the power structure. And what emerged out of that was a single realm divided in a way that much mirrors the material plane, in such that it's more kingdom and vassal situation, or at least those are the stories that are available to you, the history that you could pull from.
The ways between the planes were more open before the war, and now they're far more closed, which is why it's so hard to get there.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. It's harder to get to, and there's less direct exchange. What happened was, with the new structure that rose out of it, the leadership of the Hells cut a deal with what at the time was relatively new divinity. And they were able to create this balance between the material, the upper and lower planes. In doing so, they are not buddies with anybody in particular, but there is we'll call it an economic understanding. It is mutually beneficial for the Hells to be able to intake souls of either the damned, the unworthy, or the willing, and for the upper planes not to deal with them. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense to me. So, in that case, I would look for the area of hell that we're going for and just kind of focus on that. But I don't know that I'm expecting to find in the depths of my own mind every single detail ever, but maybe like a city map, some vague understanding of the social structures we'll be playing in, how to move around without getting killed.
First of all, it's interesting that you don't have access to a memory that contains a mapping of the Hells. You would expect to find something and you don't. You don't just know things that nobody knew, right? So it's very segmented what you're getting. What you do get is you remember seeing Bee pull the soul coin from her family home, and you remember that being your ticket in. If you hearken back to that moment, you feel a tether that is something holding that coin to one particular location on the Hells. So in other words, you can either go to the Hell Gate, which is an entryway that is heavily cordoned off and extremely well protected from the material side and honestly from the lower plane side, or you can use the soul coin as a way of getting in with no pomp and circumstance of the arrival of mortals into the Hells.
Right.
And we can all go in the one soul coin. That's like
The soul coin is like a material component for plane shift.
Okay, cool. That all makes sense to me. And I share it with group.
We know that there were 3 Veil Wardens that went to try to kill the devil.
Yeah, that's the story.
Okay. I wonder if we went in pretending to be them and just kind of see what that could draw out. Because we don't really know what we're looking for, right? We know that they crossed over. We know that they didn't succeed. And we know that now Azara says the world is kaput. Could we maybe find the right people by taking 3 of us and walking around loudly talking about who we are and that we're back?
Do we know who they were?
Kiara, Atreus, and Balazar, say my notes.
Of course. Well-documented historical figures. Right, Justin?
Yeah, those are correct. I'm impressed with your note-taking, if nothing else.
I will be honest, episode 1 was stellar. It has not been this good since then. Is there lore around what they roughly looked like?
I have to assume one of them was a gallant and handsome paladin.
Who used to be a dog?
I have to assume one of them was an elephant.
Yeah, but it seems reasonable to me. Yeah, every group has to have an elephant in it. That's how this works.
So the first problem you've run into, you're trying to solve for right now, which is numbers, right? They were a group of 3.
Yeah, okay, and we can say this is our friend Steve we picked up. It's fine.
Exactly. There's solvable problems there. You know, there was one who is just like big bruiser fighter, and then there was a spellcaster who was famously intelligent and also in charge of magical defenses of various cities on the material plane. And then there was a cleric who Izor was the champion of Iliara. Iliara being the goddess of the sun, which is fucked right now.
Hey, Ved,
Yeah.
if these people were as powerful as I think they would have to be to do this, if they went bad, could that have brought on what's happening right now? Is that?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
I mean, that does feel like the most, I hate to say it, logical.
They go, they fail, this happens. I'm just trying to think of how powerful we are, but like if I went bad, I don't think the sun goes out. So I'm just thinking about like if we go down there, what are we up against?
I mean, theoretically, there are levels of power above what we can do. There are gods that exist. If they, maybe, I mean, it doesn't sound like they killed a devil, but maybe they took power. There are other options here for how this could have blown up.
I'm just concerned that we're going to go down there and then find ourselves in over our heads.
Oh, absolutely. I am expecting that to happen 100%.
Amazing. Is there anything we can do to prevent that from being totally bad? Having found myself in plenty of situations where I've been in totally over my head, including just existing right now, how do we make it not so much?
I look at Ved. Ved seems to know things.
I was thinking about making soup for dinner.
Soup sounds good.
Soup could make things better.
Oh, cool. Great, yeah. Did you ask me a question?
I more was just posing a general concern to the group that I'm worried we're going to get down there and somebody's going to mop the floor with us. Or I guess in my case, sweep the floor with us, which is a much scarier version of events.
It's very likely that we will encounter creatures that are far more powerful than us there. I think the best thing we can do is to prepare before we go. Along those lines, I'll be taking the evening to figure out what spells I should make sure I know and things such as that. And perhaps figuring out what supplies we might buy before we leave. Does that make sense? Do we have time for that? Do I need to make time for that?
Can you make
do
time?
that?
A little.
What do you mean a little?
A little. Like 30 seconds maybe?
1 to 4 rounds.
That's cool.
That's good to know.
It takes a lot of effort though. I can magically create quite a lot of things, but I don't know that we want to fully rely on magic in the case that we are unable to use it. I would recommend food and maybe water, weapon, and maybe, kind of like our general supplies.
You know, what we have with us all the time when we travel.
50 feet of hempen rope.
Ved doesn't have that normally.
That's fair.
That's a librarian. You guys watch as Ved works through the logic of what a beginning adventurer would need and just lists it out. Like he's really thinking it through.
I just opened my bag and I'm like, yeah, I got it all.
As Ved is going through this list, Kaelis is going to start just reach into their bag and start plopping stuff on the table that corresponds with what, like this.
Oh,
right?
compass.
Yeah,
That's
I picked
great.
that up recently.
I actually have a question. How does a compass work and what does it do?
Well,
I can't tell if that's Ben or Buckley.
I don't even think that a compass would work in the hell. I mean, isn't the north just going to be, I guess, is the hell south?
is hell physically underground?
We can figure out the magnetic poles on that plane of existence when we get there. But I think right now we make sure we have our basic supplies and weapons and things like that.
I know we don't know what we're going to get when we get in there, but I do think we should have a plan of just like guardrails of what we're planning to do.
Kaelis, if you wanted to look like someone who lives in hell, could you do that?
So when Buckley says this, Kaelis is just going to snap their fingers, and you'll see this gold leaf blowing away in the wind, and it reveals this tiefling-looking person, like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but you look kind of devilish, I guess.
If we end up in a situation where we need to have more than one of those, I can make someone else look like that for 10-ish minutes.
I can transform into a winged demon-like creature for about a minute.
Okay. So we've got about a minute of FaceTime where 3 of us look like we belong there and one of us is a
Me.
lovely paladin. Very out of place paladin. Honestly, maybe I make you look like the demon and I'm the one that keeps my face.
Again, magic might be different there. Would it make sense to retrieve practical horns? some form of physical, actual disguise.
Wait, you want to like old-fashioned get a costume together tonight?
We're LARPing in hell.
You see on the docks, there's a few bulletin boards, and there is a bulletined advertisement for a shop in the city called Hot Topic.
I am so game to not use any magic and just try to dress us all up.
Listen, they got true sight. I don't think disguises are going to be super helpful against the biggest guys. But those horns are real, and if we can hide the glue and blend the skin tones, we'll be all right.
You know what? I'm game.
How have I never had this conversation at any other table when we've talked about
I took a costuming class and realized disguise self is fast, but not necessary.
Exactly.
Does anyone have a proficiency in a disguise kit?
I do have a disguise kit.
Do you have the proficiency thereof?
Well, it's under proficiencies and training, and it says tools disguise kit.
Okay, yeah.
Could I theoretically, because I know that my proficiency is with a forgery kit, but I came into that as a sign maker and a sign painter in my hometown.
I just peed on things. You guys live really cool lives.
So perhaps could I help with the disguising using my sign painting skills?
We stay up all night, we take a point of exhaustion, but we look like the most realistic devil.
And then we walk outside and get immediately killed by all of the city guard.
So Ved presumably teleports you into the city again, and you walk up on a legally distinct shop called Warm Subject. It's a very strange, almost violent looking font, and as you walk in, there is one person at the counter amidst all of these strange looking memorabilia. Doesn't appear to be anything magical or even really useful in here other than things that you're looking for, like devil horns.
Yeah, I have a question. Is there glow-in-the-dark dildos at the back of this store?
No, that's in Wenser's Gifts next door.
Oh my gosh.
Too true. I did mix them up.
Warm Subject feels like the name of a sex shop.
It does. As you walk into Warm Subject, there is a younger, probably late teens, early 20s, masculine-looking figure behind the counter, appears to be half-elven, and has these very razored bangs over one eye, jet black hair, is wearing like a trench coat. Can I help you?
I think I might grab some of the like devil ears that are hanging around and be like,
Devil ears.
devil ears, like Mickey Mouse ears. Full-on headband with two little devil ears. I'm gonna be like, hey, so my friends and I, we're going to a party tomorrow night. It is tonight, so it can't be. Yep, tomorrow night. And we're really trying to get like an authentically devilish vibe going on. Do you have anything that's a little bit more fresh than these? You know what I'm saying? A little bit more spicy.
So looks at B as she's asking for kind of the good stuff in the back. He looks at you and he looks around.
Fresh and spicy, usually the two words you use to ask for the good stuff.
You a cop?
Looks at B, and this is the saddest looking kid you've ever fucking seen. Like, did not
I cast
smile,
friends.
did not change. Hold on, I'm getting there. Did not change their facial expression. He like looked at you when you came in, barely even picked his head up to observe you entering. You ask for like the real stuff, the cool stuff, and he looks up at you. You a fucking guard?
No, why would I be a guard? What?
Okay, fucking cool, awesome. Has a genuine look of excitement, and then opens the door in the back, and there's just all of this stuff. It clearly is not merchandise in this awful corporate store that this kid has just been working on as a passion project, and it is this awesome fucking skin textures and horns and paints that look like skin tones. They don't look fake. They don't look, ceramic or anything like that. They look like they could be skin tones of various creatures and beings. B, I'm going to need you, because you're essentially directing what you need for the group. And Kaelis, I'm going to grant the help action, and you're going to do with advantage, let's call that either charisma or dexterity, and add your proficiency bonus.
First roll's a 23. Second roll is a 27.
Awesome. With a 27, you guys are almost unrecognizable to yourselves. You are in studio quality costume.
Hey, Justin.
What?
Can we do like an 80s makeover montage where I come out and I'm in something like doesn't look good on me and Buckley's like, no.
That's absolutely what happens in this moment. So Smash Mouth is blasting in the background, trying on various costumes, and
somehow we get a top hat. I don't know where we got it from.
yeah, and it's a top hat that's perfectly cut for devil horns to poke out of the side.
I finished an entire set of edible underwear over the course of the thing. They were out front, and I needed a snack.
The kid at the counter looks at you and goes, "When did you go to Wenser's?"
Well, I just went through the door in the side wall, and then I should probably pay for this. Shit. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's the little like cut scene in the middle of the montage. And then it goes back to the music.
Yeah, and you're able to pay with some coin that you swiped from the Mind Flayer lair, that storeroom.
Sorry, swiped?
Recovered.
It was acquired by illegal means, right?
Salvaged.
Okay, just checking.
I do like that we're gonna have to sleep in these.
Oh, no, actually, so this was all mostly to like just show you the fit. So I actually there's these scrolls, right? And so you can use this scroll. It has two uses, and the first time you use it, it'll take all this stuff off for you to just walk out today. And then tomorrow, when you need to use this tomorrow night for your party, you just, whenever you want to get ready, you just open the scroll, read the second part, and it'll just put it back all on you guys the same way it is right now.
That is insanely convenient.
Does that keep working?
No, it's just a one time.
Oh, okay.
Well, so this is a one-time use costume?
Well, you know, you can keep the stuff, but you'd have to apply it yourself after this one time. This is like a modified version of the seeming spell that uses actual equipment.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Rad.
I like it a lot.
Do we want health potions and stuff? I can heal people kind of a lot, but it might be good for you guys to have stuff in case I can't heal you. Like if I die, I'd like for you guys to keep living.
Yeah, we should probably get some healing potions.
I mean, when we could heal
if
you.
only to bring Buckley back so he can heal us.
That's true. If something happens to Buckley, we're all kind of screwed.
You may be the one keeping us alive, Buckley, but we gotta keep you alive. So,
That's true.
yeah.
I'm awesome.
Yes, you are.
Do I know if the archive would have any supplies for researchers that are about to go into situations?
I think so.
Because I know that like I had a boring job in the archive, but we do stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, your parents both,
That's right.
that was their thing. They traveled on behalf of the archive as field researchers.
We could probably get some base level healing stuff from them and maybe some other supplies like that. But if you want something that'll like really put you back together if you get fucked up, then we're gonna need to go to a store. I also only own 10 gold.
I have 25.
You guys did just access a ridiculous amount of resources in that little cave down there. We're talking like 1,000 platinum, so like 10k gold. You guys are loaded.
Okay.
I'm gonna just set my goal to 2,500 then.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? So fourth of 10k?
I set mine to 10k, so let me change that.
That feels very canonically appropriate.
Very presumptuous, yeah.
I don't know if that's Beatrice coded or Katie coded. Maybe both.
Both.
We can walk towards like the archive and the market in the center of town and do a little bit more shopping.
As we're walking, Kaelis is kind of like, wait a minute. I know you said you work in a library,
Yes.
but if the library is in your head, are you not
Yes.
the library?
I work for the archive, which is a library, or at least the building I work in is a library and our central facility. But now I have the library in my head, and honestly, I don't know that I work there anymore. I killed my boss and got partially gifted by a god. I think I had to quit my job. I think I have to go do other things.
Was it because of the first part or the second part that you quit your job?
The second part, I didn't care about my boss. He was mean and had just killed me.
Oh.
Also, he was a serial killer and bad at it.
I mean, I would argue he was pretty good at being a serial killer. There are a lot of people down there.
Is serial killer a profession though, or is it a hobby?
I think it depends if it pays your bills.
I thought that he was bad at his job. Is that not what they said?
He was a serial killer and he was bad at it.
Oh, okay.
Is
I
what Greg
heard
said.
he was bad at his job.
Oh no, he was great at his job.
I think serial killing only works as a job if it actually like pays like your basic expenses.
If you file an
You know?
I-9 for being a serial killer, that's...
You have to. It's the taxes that'll get you.
Isn't that just being a bounty hunter at that point?
I guess that is kind of being or a cop.
Damn.
Anyhow, so it would be pretty simple to just go collect some of this stuff, and we don't need to RP all of it. We certainly don't need a shopkeeper for every single shop in...
Why not, Justin?
Because I fucking said so, Eli.
What's their name?
Tell me all about their families.
Three Rivers is well known for one thing, and it's the Three Rivers Mega Mart.
Three Rivers is known for one thing. It's warm subject.
I'm telling you, it's giving sperm bank. It is.
It sounds like a hyper futuristic sperm bank. Yeah.
Do you want to just give us the TLDR on what we're able to buy, Justin, maybe?
Yeah, I'm going to say that what you're able to essentially raid from the stores of the archive, and, raid from the stores is probably inaccurate. You do, according to everyone who is currently working there and doesn't know their boss is dead, you do work there and you have license to be there, and you would be the kind of person who's checking some of these materials out. Are you, Ved, solely focused on your current mission and providing you everything that you need, or are you taking into account what might be needed in your absence by the archive? And neither of those is the wrong choice. I want to know what the situation is.
How I'm moving through the space?
Right.
Yeah, when we get there, I will take us to the storerooms and stuff. But the first thing I'm going to do is ask whoever's working the front desk to alert Trainer Tefton, the guy who was teaching me magic, to come and find us in the storeroom.
Okay.
So I will ask Trainer Tefton to come meet me, and then explain to Trainer Tefton the situation and the headmaster, and probably show him the secret murder room. And
You essentially have the front desk notify this supervisory archivist who is kind of teacher of the initiates in the archive who are studying magic and not just working in the archive, who was taking you under his wing on the side. I guess maybe was tipped off that you almost looked frantic in saying that as you went down to the storeroom, or maybe not frantic, but brusque, and comes down into the storeroom to see the four of you and is a little bit confused.
Also, I don't know that I've ever brought friends to work, and if I had, I don't know that they would look like these three people.
So that's part of it, right? Is regards you, but then in the moment, regards these other three people. Ved, is something wrong?
Yes, many things, but mostly this. Our god, Azara, has died, and empowered me with the last remnants of herself, and empowered these others with parts of herself as well. And we must now go to the Hells to defeat this problem. The headmaster was murdering people in the basement. I should show you that. And you're the only person I know I can trust here, or at least feel I can trust here. I suppose I don't know it. Would you submit yourself to a modify memory so I can look in your head? He should well know that I can't do modify memory.
First of all,
I had
memory
first level spells at
studies.
best.
Modify memory changes memory, detect thoughts reveals memory. So just for starters, right spell, right tool for the right job. Yes.
Does modify memory not allow you to see the memories you're changing?
Yes, but it has limits time wise, and right.
That takes out a notebook, and it's clearly the notebook he used for this class, and starts writing things in it.
The headmaster was killing people. Azara is dead. Slow down. Back up. How do you know what happened? Did you hear from?
I was working at the front desk. The headmaster asked me to join him in his office. He then took me to a secret basement through the door behind his desk, in which there were several, I think 7 other dead bodies, matching the descriptions of the ones going missing in the papers. Those kind of formed a pattern, and then I was the last of the sacrifices. And then he did that villain monologue thing and explained that he'd never actually had any magic of his own and has been killing and absorbing it from others for however long. So certainly not the first 8 people he's lived. But I saw where he got us from, and it was all way too close to the archive. The pattern was far too obvious. So I killed him after I came back to life. He killed me and everyone else. And then Azara, what's it called? Interception. Azara caught the interception and then sent me back with a...
Okay. Well, this is all troubling. I'm not prepared to process any of this right now. It seems as though possibly I may have lost an employer and a student, as I think whatever it is that you now hold or are, or whatever this is, may be more than I'm equipped to instruct, but...
I trust you. And I tell you this because I do not know how far into the archive and into Azara's initiates the corruption runs. It may have been the headmaster worked alone, and certainly possible, but I cannot stay here to find those truths, so you must. This is why I did not go to the other leaders or deacons of the archive. I came to you. I know you will do what is right.
Right. Corruption might have worked alone, might not have, maybe in a den of wolves. I'll need some time to push through all of this.
Process.
Yes, exactly. This has been a lot. How can I help you? It seems like you're here for something?
We are going to hell, so we came to see if there were any basic supplies that we might get before we went and purchased things out in the world. Any advice?
Doesn't respond immediately, but walks over to like a logbook and just looks through it. Is looking ahead a few pages to see maybe some upcoming expeditions, upcoming excursions. When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Right. I think I can restock most of what's here within a week, and I'll need it for the next expedition, but wait a moment and I'll collect what I can, whatever I can replace while you're gone. Hold on. Goes off and fiddles around a little bit in the storeroom. Almost sounds like he drops one and he's like, yes, didn't break. So you hear being essentially put into like a little basket together and then brought out to be wrapped in silks to be safely kept in a bag. Has 6 bottles in front of you. There are 3 smaller ones that appear, they're like that kind of reddish energy that you would know is from just a minor healing potion. You see 2 that are in these spherical, larger bottles that are a little bit more vibrant. And then you see a already cloth wrapped bottle that is the smallest of the lot, but is very clearly kept very safe. Only in the most dire of emergencies, this one. And then lets you take those for your inventory.
I read through the OSHA sheets on each one.
The MSDS logs, the material safety and data sheets.
Yeah, exactly. What are these and what are their hazards?
So you take a look at the MSDS and...
Could I have cast Identify? Yes.
That is the archive's way of just shorthanding Identify. It's just having a log of what everything has already been identified as. And so essentially 3 standard, 2 greater, and then 1... Oh man, you're going to make me decide on exactly what this is.
You don't have to. You can just be like, this one is... And I think it'll be really useful if...
Incredible.
Sorry, for podcast listeners, we've had some static and some recording issues. Hopefully you didn't miss anything important. At a later time, it will be known what that was, at a time where it already is known what it was. And I guess now's a good time. My potion rules are the Brian Murphy potion rules. Bonus action to take yourself, action to feed to someone else. If you take your full action to feed it to yourself, you gain the max
This is
amount.
my favorite house rule.
It's essentially like getting every drop.
Because I think it makes sense.
I think it's fantastic, yeah.
Kaelis, take just a regular, and Buckley take the greater. But I think the second grader should go to B.
Yeah.
Because as a Gish, most likely to get punched.
Get punch.
Also, you talk the most, so most likely to get punched.
That's true.
Accurate.
Damn. Was that to B or to Katie?
Was that to me? Was that personal?
Oh, at this table, all of us talk too much. This is a table full of people who would be that guy in the
This
party.
is like the most yappiest table I've ever been at. And I have been at some yappy tables.
Incredible. So
I love it here.
You get these materials. You say goodbye to your now presumably former instructor. He is very whelmed, if not overwhelmed, by the current situation.
Vednut does not give more burden than he knows that you can handle.
Thank you. I suppose family should be notified?
Yes, I suppose so. I don't know what the official story should or would be, but obviously someone's going to notice that the headmaster is gone, and The rest I leave at your discretion based on how your investigation continues.
I think there was a rogue operative within the archive who attempted a terrible ritual, and in the process of trying to stop them, the head archivist was killed.
Oh, here's the remains. I take out a small bottle of ashes from when I disintegrated them. Here you go.
Oh, okay, right. That does actually make this a little bit easier. I don't suppose that was the same fate as the others?
No, their bodies are in the basement.
Of course.
Gentle reposed, of course.
Very well done. I must say...
I had an excellent teacher.
I appreciate that. I must say I will miss knowing more than you as my student.
I will never hold the wisdom that you hold. I will always be your student.
We'll see about that, but thank you.
Can you teach me how to read?
Yes.
Sick.
I cast Borrowed Knowledge and give him proficiency in reading.
Oh!
Just proficiency in read and spoken common.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. I run down one of the halls and I just grab a book and start reading.
Does borrowed knowledge last forever, or is it just for a short period of time? Okay, great.
It's a brief period of time.
It's 1 hour. For the next hour, he can read.
You read through the entire anthology of Dr. Seuss. You start with Go Dogs Go, and you end with the Lorax. And
This is good stuff. Why don't people talk about this more? This is an important lesson.
Dr. Seuss is canon. You get what you need from the archive. You send Tefton on his way. You arrive back at the end of the night at your tower.
I'll just put it up where we are, but yes.
Oh, well, I mean, you could teleport back to it. You could,
Why?
You're in the middle of the city. I mean,
It goes where I go.
Do you want the tower to be in the middle of the city?
It is in the city square right outside the archive front door.
There is a massive hubbub about that. There are guards that are running into the square.
Unbothered monarch.
And yeah, you know what? Full version of the tower. Next to the lions outside the museum.
I don't know that you have the spells for that, but I'm going to give it to you.
It's like a 7th level spell or 6th level, whatever. I got it.
Yeah, you used a lot of spells last week. So you are in your tower. There is a commotion outside, but you are not caring about it in this moment. And you are free to take a night's rest. As you awaken, feeling refreshed, hopefully. B, this is the first time in a couple of days that you've really gotten sleep. You would have had to have taken some power naps to not die in that amount of time, but this is the first restful night you've had in a while. Or it is the first potentially restful night you've had in a while. You've had a lot happen. How is your night of sleep?
I actually think that the sleep itself, it's sort of the head hits pillow, I'm able to knock out for the first time. My body is so exhausted. It's the waking up part that I think is, when something awful happens and you wake up in the morning, you have a moment where you're just like, oh, I'm rested, I feel good. And then the reality of whatever that thing is, whether it's a death or a breakup or...
I am waking up into a world without this thing that I want.
Yeah. So I think that the sleeping itself, because my body is so exhausted, is just as close to catatonic as I can be. But I think the morning is really hard. And I think that getting myself out of bed once my brain is no longer in exhausted survival mode is also incredibly hard.
Yeah, so I think the rest of you find yourselves in the common spaces of the tower before B, who comes down not long after, but how do you look when you come down? I imagine this is affecting you in a way that is visible, but you tell me.
I feel like it's the sort of thing where I am trying to put on a good face, and I am trying not to just come down completely disheveled and in tears. But if people are looking, even though they don't know me super well, the signs are there.
So the four of you reconvene at some sort of table or breakfast nook. The tower, when you spawn it, can come equipped with food, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So you're able to have a nice, whatever degree of heartiness you seek in a breakfast, whether you're I just want cereal and milk no matter what's available to me, or you want brunch, you kind of have access to whatever you desire in that moment.
First thing I do in the morning is cast Unseen Servant, so that if you guys want or need anything, they got you. Understanding where we are in the timeline now and what spell slots I had available to me at the time, I'm going to scribe a scroll before I go to sleep. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to scribe one scroll of Plane Shift.
Cool.
And then at breakfast, Kaelis, and I'll slide it over. If something happens to me and you all need to leave, we should have 2 ways out. This is a scroll of Plane Shift that you should be able to cast.
Thank you so much. But we're not going to need this because you're coming back with us. But I'm going to hold on to it.
You have your morning. You are reminded, whether by just a random memory, Ved, or by the feeling of it in your pocket, B, the soul coin is there waiting for potential use. The coin itself, if you behold it, seems non-magical when it's produced here on the material plane. But as you look at it, and with these abilities that you now have that you might not have even been able to access ever if you didn't have all of this happen to you over the last few days, it's hard to describe, as there's not like a physical emanation, but as you hold this thing, there is an unsettling feeling.
I think at a certain point, I've been pretty uncharacteristically quiet over breakfast, but when it feels like everyone else has finished eating, I don't know if anyone is going to have the initiative to say, let's get going. I'm just going to take the coin and also the 3 scrolls that put on the disguises and silently put them on the table, just so that we're all on the same page.
I'll add the scroll of Plane Shift to the pile. Okay, we should walk outside the tower first, but then, when we're ready... Actually, I think we can go from... Let's not.
It's not a demi-plane.
Yeah, I know.
You could go from, like, the foyer if you wanted to.
Everybody ready?
You've got brains in your head. You've got feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose.
That was beautiful.
That was really endearing, Buckley.
I read that yesterday.
Wow.
After that, I will pick up the soul coin and look at Kaelis and look at the scroll of Plane Shift. Are we ready?
Yeah. Put the scroll on my person.
I divvy out the disguise scrolls so that everyone can read their own.
You know what else I'll do? I'm going to cast Rary's telepathic bond on us. We'll have it for an hour, but it's only a 5th level slot, and that way we can be telepathic as soon as we get there.
Only 5th level.
Correct.
Buckley cries in highest spell slot.
Actually, won't spend a 5th level. I'll cast it as a ritual.
Rad.
I'll need 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
That's big brain.
Everybody ready for your disguises?
Orientation-wise, because Kaelis didn't need one, right?
No.
That's Kaelis' physical form is mutable.
Yeah.
And so the 3 of you have your scrolls. You are able to read them. You are all casters in some way, and this is a 5th level spell, so all of you are capable of casting it without any difficulty of any kind. So you are able to do so, and presumably Ved uses the soul coin as the focus for Plane Shift.
I'll go ahead and take the soul coin, and we can all walk outside the eclipse.
To very confused guards.
Really, that's the only reason I want to go outside, is I want to know what the fuck's... We've been here all night.
There's like guard postings out front, and it looks almost as if they're protecting this place, but they really just don't know what the fuck it is and want it to go away.
Guardsmen, appreciate your work. You will be remembered. And then I cast Plane Shift and we leave.
They look terrified.
That tower stays there until I cast it somewhere else.
That's amazing.
Incredible. So, what does it look like when you cast Plane Shift?
We've spoken in the past of what it looks like when I cast teleportation. Very similar. I'm going to take that soul coin. I think the first time he stomps with his foot and it doesn't quite work. So they take the soul coin and they slam it into the ground, and those cymatic patterns go open up. But instead of becoming sinusoidal probability bead strings like they had before, you see the ground itself start to vibrate more and more intensely, and then start sinking down until there is a gaping hole in the ground. And I go first, like Superman, fly down the hole, and everyone gets sucked in.
The one guard that looked at you when this was happening thinks that his life's about to end. For sure, you climbed out of this tower that appeared out of nowhere and then stomped on the ground and started shaking and it collapsed underneath you. He's full dead. In his mind, he is full dead. No chance. And then you are gone. The hole closes up, and we'll never know what that guy's face looks like when he's still there.
I just like the idea of reaching over, patting him on the shoulder, like, we're just going to hell. It's going to be okay. And then just whoosh.
None of you see this. He fully passes out.
The tower does have the holy symbol of Azara on it.
And it is vaguely right in front of the archive.
And it's beautiful.
A literal ivory tower from the academic.
From the academic elephant. It's my ivory to use.
Is this like your baby tooth or something that you just like?
It's actually all of the ivory of my forefathers. And if you read it, if you look at the patterns that's on it, it's their names written in Luxodon.
I thought you only had 2 fathers.
Of my forefathers, of all of my ancestors.
All 4 of them?
So many fathers.
Yes, all 4 fathers.
All 4 of my fathers.
I see what happened, and I am mad. But yeah, it's covered in scrimshawed names of the Luxodon family that have come before me through space and time. Maybe after me, who knows? It's all space-time. But it is their ivory.
Like, is your name in there? Is your ivory in there from before and or after time?
Theoretically.
I, Shawn, don't know. And Ved hasn't thought to think it.
Eli, the nerd about space-time, says probably.
Excellent. So as you arrive in the hells, slam almost a little, like you are doing a superhero landing with no impact. You fall down this hole and you are falling, but it's like you just jumped in place.
I stand up, I take the soul coin, and I hand it back to B.
One by one, as we are arriving in this space, Kaelis, what does your form currently look like?
Kaelis, when we were talking about these disguises, Kaelis immediately thought of a tiefling that they had seen once in town. And so currently has taken on the form of a very deep purple tiefling with a long tail and horns coming out of the forehead that curl around their ears a little bit, almost like bangs that have been tucked back. Long, dark hair with a widow's peak, and it's all kind of flowing back, straight down their back. Eyes are just black, like the whole eyeball. So it's like looking into a void when you look in their eyes.
What does B look like when we appear here?
I need you to know that I had written this description down before Eli gave his. This is very important. So,
do we have siblings?
Twins!
We've got sort of purple, slightly ridged skin with 2 small nubbed horns, fully black eyes, no pupils, long, dark, jet black hair with bangs, a tail that is sort of like knee length, like a knee length skirt. I assume wearing very similar clothing to what B was wearing with leather pantsuit situation. But yeah, I looking very similar to the tiefling next to me.
Very cool.
I look over at you as we kind of like plop down at the same time and go, well, this is fun.
Well, what's even funnier is that you saw me try this on last night and didn't say anything.
Wait. Kaelis said this was based on a tiefling they saw one time, but it was a tiefling they saw one time last night trying on costumes.
Was I the tiefling?
In fucking incredible.
Above table, for our audience at home, I did make up that description completely on the fly when I said it.
That's so funny.
I was actually just channeling Katie.
Incredible. What does Ved look like?
Ved's a Luxodon and is 8 feet tall. Ved understands that seeming disguise self, whatever this is, it's only going to do so much. So, as Ved reads the scroll, I think what you'll see is Ved fully replaced by a black Abishai. It is a winged dragon figure. Those horns that kind of wrap around its jaw are in the same place as Ved's tusks would be. The wings give a little extra height and a little bit more space around the Abishai, so they don't crowd him as well as the tail, so that I take up the same amount of space that I take up, even if it's for different reasons.
Interesting. I like it.
And I stand tall and quiet behind all of these similar-looking tieflings.
What does Buckley look like? What does our goodest boy look like?
Your goodest boy has become the goodest master and has gone full incubus, dom, incubus, chains. He's got long ivory horns that kind of come up over his head that are just beautifully polished. So he's got nipple piercings and like chains between the two of them, tight leather pants, a sheer shirt that is just like a little form-fitting, bat-like wings, and like very high cheekbones, and his eyes sort of there's like a little bit of smoke sort of coming off of his eyes.
I would like to know what kind of real-life costume is making the smoke emit from your eyes.
I wore almost that exact outfit to Publix like the other day.
There you go. Looks at you guys and is like, should I do like a voice?
Can you do a voice? Am I doing a voice? Can you do a voice?
Can you do a voice?
Kaelis just takes the chain between Buckley's nipple piercings and just goes like,
oh, careful, I can feel that.
Should we all do voices?
I think I could change my voice.
Any one of you just make a insight check for just a second.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, cool. Buckley, it suddenly occurs to you that nobody here has ever heard any of your real voices before. So is it just going to make it harder for you to lie, or is it going to...
Do any of the devils have this weird pseudo-New York accent thing going on, or is this going to stand out a little bit?
You don't know.
Can I do history or
you would not know
or...
that. There's no...
Maybe we just don't talk too loud until we hear someone else talk, and we kind of go from there.
Hey, DM, what's around us?
Also, what New York?
Where are we?
As you arrive in this space and you behold your disguises, you look back up and you arrive in a very large and very long corridor. Presumably beneath the surface, there's cave walls essentially around you that are making this clearly dug out but not worked stone tunnel. In front of you, there is a massive black door. It is 50 feet tall, intricate carvings all over, appears to be made of some sort of almost an alloy of obsidian, which is unusual for sure. Behind you, as you turn back, you see that long tunnel curves around and out of view, but does seem to have light shining into it. You don't think you're far from the surface.
Can I do an arcana on the door? Probably not going to be better at this than Ved is, but...
Go ahead and roll.
Can I help?
I'm going to say this is like an in-the-moment thing that you're not going to have the help action for.
Okay, so it's going to be a lot. 27.
You approach this door and start to gauge what you might find in terms of the arcane. You just stop and listen for a moment. And just when you think you're not going to really perceive anything about this door, you hear a voice.
Soon, child, but not yet.
You see the door in front of you, almost like this sheen of energy washes over it. The carvings disappear, and any idea that this is a door and not a wall disappears.
What the fuck? Is there anything about that voice that is familiar or...
No.
Okay. All right.
The three of you, as you turn to look at Bee as she sort of walks forward and tries to observe this space a little bit better, you see almost like a stutter in Bee's step, and then the door in front of you, a magical sheen washes over it. The door is no longer a door, it is a solid obsidian wall. No carvings, nothing, just a solid block of obsidian.
Bee, are you okay?
Think so?
What just happened to the door?
Something magical, or I have a feeling we're gonna see the door again, but I can't really explain what just happened.
That makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm with Buckley this one time for
We'll
sure.
see the door again at the time when we see
But
the door.
the door was here. Now.
It is now not
I'm going to be honest, I don't know that I want to see the door again. I'm feeling a little unsettled. But
Did you learn something or experience something?
I just heard someone say soon, and then it went away. Or something. It didn't sound...
From an academic sense, that sounds terrifying.
From a non-academic sense, it was certainly unnerving.
Good.
From my sense, that's not what a door does. What the hell just happened?
You are in hell.
That makes sense. I take it back.
Okay, so like if there's no door, and if we don't want the door, where do we go?
Would I, because I saw sort of the carvings on the door before they went away, right? Would I be able to, because I have that pen where I can write things down and not have them be seen by other people, would I be able to remember any of that to like take it as notes?
History check with advantage.
Okay.
You just saw it and you rolled very high on that Arcana check, so I'm gonna give some grace here.
23.
They were extremely intricate. You're not going to be able to get like fine detail, but a general shape. So I think you get a shape, and I think you would, if you like saw a door that looked like that one and you opened your book, you would be able to see some similarities or differences and know whether it was a match to that or not.
And I will write with the intention that the other 3 can also read it, because I know that that's part of the way that pen works.
Excellent. There is now a pathway out.
Okay. Let's go to hell?
Let's go to hell.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm really enjoying traveling with y'all.
Me too.
I feel like we could pick better locations, but, you know.
You know what? We can have our... We'll take a vacation after we save the world. How about that?
My dad was a traveler, a merchant for a long time, and he always said that the best places were a hole in the wall.
Well,
We're in one of those.
Yeah, that's right. Ben has his own laugh.
I love Bed more and more every time they talk. As we're walking up this tunnel, is it curved? Is it long and straight? Like, how far ahead can we see?
Does the shaft curve?
Does the shaft curve?
Yes.
I just need to. I'm looking for a certain spot where it's going.
Yes. So you're essentially you can't see where the light is pouring down from because the tunnel doubles back on itself.
Oh, okay. And then does it have like the quality of daylight or hellfire? On the spectrum of daylight to hellfire.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah, that is the light spectrum.
Also, what does it smell like down here?
That's an excellent question.
Good luck question.
I'm not even going to make you roll because that's like Buckley's whole thing. It's certainly something you've never smelled before. It's the closest you've smelled to it is bad hard-boiled eggs. But there's definitely a sulfuric quality to the air here. It's shockingly mild. You think that enough time spent here and you would never get used to it, and that would be infuriating.
Okay.
And you think that's part of the shtick. In terms of the quality of the light, I mean, little column A, little column B, you know where you are. You expect it to be fiery to some degree based on your limited knowledge of this place. You don't know what would be generating light down here that isn't flame. You're just not sure. You know that there is like a societal structure to some extent down here, but the life forms that exist here might live entirely differently than you do.
Earlier, was I able to glean anything about how to move through this space without offending someone such that they will kill us? The basic societal construct of how to get around down here?
I think the first 2 things that pop into your mind are you've sort of gotten rid of one thing, which is just looking like you don't belong here.
Parents.
There are 2 other problems. Your essence as a mortal, just the life that you contain, and the fact that you have literal upper plane divinity within you right now.
Yeah, that one's harder to deal with.
And you don't know how much of a problem that would be, but you can't imagine it's going to be subtle.
Having had that realization, I'm going to cast a spell that is at 2nd level 4 times.
Is it?
It's Magic Aura.
I was literally assuming that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, I'm going to Magic Aura our mortality and divinity into fiendish devilry.
Cool.
So now we will scan as fiends
You can just fucking do that?
for 24 hours.
That's so cool.
Yep. It's a willing creature or an object that isn't being worn or carried. None of you are being carried. 24 hours. Yeah.
And you can do this like every day for us?
Yeah. It's a second level spell. I can, if I want, tomorrow I can wake up and make it my signature spell that I get to do as a cantrip. So.
Oh my god.
So we could spend a while in hell.
Yeah. I think the disguises are going to wear off first, but I can also cast seeming.
Yeah.
Also, theoretically, if we keep them in good shape and like don't get into any major fights and get blood all over them, they are costumes. We can keep putting them back on.
So you come through the opening of this cave, and you see before you a massive city ahead of you. It looks to be maybe half day's walk away from where you are right now, but you see this gigantic obsidian glass skyline, these tall, black, almost like Vanta black buildings that seem to absorb the light around them, which is strange given that the light here does appear to just be ambient. You can't identify a source in the moment, almost like this entire place glows like charcoal. It is dim light, but it is not darkness. And frankly, you're not sure if this hue, this brightness ever changes. You just don't have the frame of knowledge for that.
Follow the yellow brick road or whatever. Let's go to the city. You got a quote for this one, Buckley?
Do you want one from my costume to me, or do you want one from what I read yesterday?
I kind of want one from what you read yesterday, I'm not gonna lie.
Why fit in when you were born to stand out? And I stride confidently off towards the city.
I follow Buckley. That's the kind of confidence that inspires.
Somehow Nistles immediately wears off, and you
As he walks, Buckley's gonna turn around and be like, wait, I thought of another one.
Hit me.
You're off to great places. Today's your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. And then I'm gonna turn around and like walk off even like more pleased with myself.
This is excellent. You know so much. We are in a mountain. That's where caves are.
and you are like towards like the base of a large mountain that is backdropped behind you as you walk towards the city.
Buckley just waves animatedly at it.
Is there a road that's made out of bricks, and are they uniquely colored?
No, there is not. We don't steal everything on this show.
Are you sure?
Just most things.
Now you take the dark cobblestone pathway.
Emerging in the hells in this space, you think without what Ved has just cast would cause immediate uproar. But it is very hot here. You don't see a lot of people around you. You don't see a lot of beings around you. You see a couple of strange things, though. As you draw nearer to the city, you can see essentially emerging out from the city, appearing as though it goes far deeper into the city. There's a series of gigantic stone blocks that seem to be just in a line, dotting a path towards the city. And you can see specks of slight shapes and darkness that appear from a distance, like they might be people that are actively carving these out of the ground. As you approach all of that, it gets clearer and clearer throughout the day, and you see a number of forms. They're various humanoid forms, and they appear to be working on these structures. You do see around them are varying forms of fiendish creatures, so like chain devils, barb devils, various levels of hellish creature that are here, kind of up and down the ladder of fiends, as it were. And you are making your way towards the city, towards this row of these large stone blocks. You have not reached the first one yet. It looks like they have just recently begun emerging from the city, and you can see as you get closer, this extends as far as you can see in towards the center of the city.
You said that there are like folks out and about working on these things. Does the social interaction appear?
So actually, socially speaking, Ved, you know what dig sites look like. You grew up around them.
Yeah.
You can't imagine what this is that they're unearthing or creating or whatever, but this doesn't look that dissimilar to like an archaeological dig site. And you also, from a social perspective, you don't see the workers interacting a ton. Like there's communication back and forth, but most of like the goings on of people interacting with each other directly seem to be with these more established devils. There are tieflings about. Some of them appear to be part of this workforce and others appear to be in those more social supervisory roles. You're not fully out of place, and then there are some that are just out and about in the crowd here.
Do I see any other like Abishai around, or even similarly deviled?
Not immediately, but you know enough about the creatures of the hells. You're probably not out of place. You might be out of place here in this spot, but you're not out of place in the hells.
Yeah.
What you see mostly are like bone devils, barb devils, chain devils.
In our telepathic bond, do a quick rundown. This is clearly a archaeological dig. This is kind of like how these things run back where we're from, and like point out, you can see that they're gritting over there. That seems to be like the place where you can safely walk down.
I used to dig a lot, but it wasn't organized.
It can be now.
That's cool. I like that. Are there any incubi around? I am definitely keeping an eye out because I know that I look this way, but Buckley has no idea how to like inhabit this persona properly.
What has happened here essentially is wandering in from the desert are four beings that don't necessarily look like they would be here in this place right now together. But you, like, the forms you have taken do not warrant a lot of questions on their own. It's just the nature of you being in a group traveling together. Yeah, you don't think you like, well, actually, you don't know why you wouldn't see your taps around here. But
I have no idea.
I think Ved would know anything like what you've made yourself would be further into the city.
Do you think that we should try to infiltrate this quarry or dig site or anything?
I don't know if what we're looking for is here. Maybe we continue on.
I think our best bet's gonna be to try to see if we can't get someone who's maybe got some information to talk to us, you know, without bringing too much attention to ourselves, which is gonna be a fine line to walk.
Do we want to find out what they're trying to dig up, though, just in case?
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
It seems a little weird that everything's going on back home, and then they're digging stuff up here. Like, maybe it means nothing, but it could be something.
I mean, did it mean something when you used to dig?
Do we want to run the first day on the job play?
I don't know what that is.
I can do that.
I've never had a job.
I keep forgetting just how different. It basically.
You've never really had a job either, though.
I mean, I ran the business with my mother, but just because it's a family-owned business doesn't make it any less of a business.
I mean, but did you get that job because you merited the job or because you were your mom's daughter?
I think I got it because I'm literally the only person on the planet that could do that job.
Because you're your mother's daughter.
Which is merit.
Is it merit?
Either way.
If you interviewed 6 people for that job, I'm the only one that could be hired.
Because it's a family business.
I also got my position through nepotism.
See,
I'm an entrepreneur.
I don't know what that means, but
I started my own business.
I would argue that Kaelis just lied more than anybody else in that moment.
How did I lie? That's the truth.
You were vaguely, you started as it was a doc's position that you essentially got roped into mob shit.
That's true. But I was very good at it. What can I say? I went out on my own. I became independent. I'm a contractor.
Certainly the most meritorious, but certainly not a business owner by any stretch of the imagination.
I was chosen for my skill is the point.
See, now that's merit, as opposed to just being like, well, I'm the only person who can have this.
I was also chosen for my skill. No one else has my skill.
What, being your mom's daughter?
You know what? I'm not going to engage in this conversation.
Oh, is it because I'm winning? Do you not like losing to somebody who used to be a dog?
I think that Ben is slipping into Buckley. I think Buckley is gone and Ben has arrived.
In other news, violence in the Mooney DeMatteis household.
Where is my sweet, sweet little golden boy?
Listen, sometimes you just gotta ask these questions. I'm learning about stuff. I'm trying to figure out the world.
That did not feel like you were genuinely inquisitive about the way in which I acquired my position.
No, I just observed a lot of things and listened to the conversations being had, and I made some judgments. I'll admit that.
This is all very fun and all, but we are just standing here staring at each other because we're speaking telepathically in front of a whole big set of people.
When you look up from this interaction, there is just a full chain devil just standing in front of you. What the hell are you doing here?
Kaelis immediately steps forward.
You expect me to answer to orders such as you?
And lets Ved take the lead.
Listen, I don't know what that just was. This is a work site. It's an active work zone, so either work or leave the zone. I don't, what...
My dear sir, we were sent to...
It's actually our first day. I think we're supposed to be joining y'all out here.
Kaelis, yes,
so,
yes, in your head.
It would be...
Good play.
It would be awesome if we could get a little direction, because it's our first day, so we don't really know where we're supposed to be right now. You know what I'm saying?
Just to let you know, I don't do any hard labor, but I am wonderful at administration.
So you came out here to tell me that you're gonna administrate. There's a whole other building for that. I don't deal with.
He's very good at cataloging, and he's here to catalog on site.
In your heads, you'll hear that going, oh, I'm panicking. Out loud, we do not come here to speak to you. Remove yourself from our presence.
Kaelis, make a deception check with disadvantage.
Sorry. I'll help next time.
That was more on Buckley than it was on Ved, but it was also on Ved, for
27,
sure.
baby.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
And I just go, it's also my first day.
He's got weird goggles on and just kind of
he sounds really
them
cute.
down for a moment. Just kind of looks at you for a moment, flips the goggles back up. Okay, yeah, I don't really care all that much. Did they assign you a role yet?
Other than him cataloging.
Administration.
Administrating.
I am to review operations and report back to my lord.
And that. But we're here to see what you got going on in the dirt.
All right, yeah, inspections, cataloging, and I think we could use a few more hands on that part of the chain up there. And he's just pointing to one of the blocks and are you sure you're supposed to be here? I mean, you don't. I don't want to. Normally, the people working on this stuff are less
what?
From here.
So, all right, you seem cool. I'm going to tell you what's really going on. The big boss, he sent us down here to check out how the project's going, but we have to go undercover as workers so that we can make sure that everything's, running smoothly. Wink, wink.
This is what justifies your 27 deception check, and is immediately like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're doing a very poor job of it.
I did not realize we had started.
Listen, I don't know what's going on here. I literally clocked in half an hour ago. I don't necessarily even know what this is about, but just can you? What do you want? What do you need to know? I'll walk you through it.
Okay, I want to know literally everything you can tell me about what's happening here. Just from we like to know that our employees are informed, and it's very important to me that you can regurgitate back verbatim the reason why this dig is happening.
Human resources require us to review your intake procedures.
Right. Well, okay. So, my understanding because this has kind of just been going on for a long time, longer than I've been, present. Or at least.
And how long would you say that is, roughly?
I've been here for 150 or so years.
Sure. Checks out. I'm like, I start writing little notes on a clipboard.
From everything I can tell, or from everything I've understood about all of this, we sort of ran out of things for the souls to do when they arrive here. And so we've got them carving this out, and essentially, the soul coins, right? You guys look like you might have some soul coins,
of course.
In your possession.
Yeah, of course.
Who doesn't have soul coins?
Right. So, the mortals, when they die, they come here. Somebody takes possession of that coin, and kind of the way we've determined it is there's these guilds that are kind of working on this project. I'm losing my accent. They're kind of working on this project. The more they do, the more of this that they kind of carve out. Their progress is tracked, and they use the souls that they are in ownership of as their workforce. And so as they carve out little blocks in this chain, they get soul coins. And it really, as far as I can tell, the chain of blocks itself really doesn't amount to anything. But it is kind of how we base our entire currency down here, and who is in control of various souls and what they can trade, what they're. I've heard it. So it's like a form of currency that's based on like the souls of the dead. And
You're a motherfucker. I want you to know this.
I understand
Your chain of blocks.
The colloquial term is crypt currency.
Yeah.
Yes.
I quit.
Shawn has gotten up and left.
Shawn has left. We're gone. So, just so that I understand, the labor is sort of the currency, in that the more you labor, the more there is currency in this chain of
the more you
blocks.
contribute to uncovering parts of the blockchain.
It's literally investment. It's literally cryptocurrency
the more
investment.
soul coins you unlock, the more
Via
soul
manual
coins
labor.
you amass.
And are the people who are actually working on the blockchain accruing the soul? I can't believe I'm unironically saying blockchain.
The people working on said blockchain are the souls of the damned that are possessed by the currency. Yeah.
Got it. Understood.
Now, of course, we'd also like to know, just to cross-reference with our notes, who is currently in possession of the most soul coins, therefore the most powerful.
Well, that would be, and then he says a name that you know is longer than the words that comes out of his mouth, but your brains have trouble processing it. And then he says, well, that'd be Sam.
Of course. That makes
Wonderful.
sense. That tracks,
Obviously.
right? That matches our paperwork.
Joe, can I call you Joe?
I mean, my name's John, but that's like...
So, Joe, I just want to say, you did a fantastic job here explaining this to us. I would say, if it was up to me, you would get all of the soul coin. Unfortunately, it's not up to me, but I will be reporting back to our superiors, letting them know that you, Joe, on this specific dig site, you're just one of the best.
Could you maybe, it is John? Is that all, can you...
I'll make a note of it, of course.
Of course, Jack.
And since we've dropped the ruse, we won't hang around and interrupt your day any longer.
Certainly
Thank you
not.
for
I
your
think we've
time.
gotten everything we need to know. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Others.
Yes.
Yes.
Indubitably.
Who has Buckley heard talk that talks like this?
in the teleconnection, he's like,
Is that, I heard somebody say that when we were walking through. Somebody said that when we were going to see the guy that used to be your teacher, and it sounded really good.
That was 100% good. So proud of you.
Okay, cool.
You make your way further down the blockchain into hell.
There's a special place in hell for you for this.
Yes, it's right here where we are in the game right now. You see, there's a couple of pockets of people getting into arguments over whose workers are covering what section, and you're encroaching on the area I'm working in, trying to steal my shit. Just kind of random disputes like that.
Decentralize, disperse yourselves.
Excellent. I love what I've done. As you walk towards the city, following along this chain of blocks where they mine this area for no necessarily useful purpose to earn cryptocurrency.
Seems like a lot of wasted resources.
And a lot of wasted energy. You
can't be good for the environment.
And as you walk towards the city, you just feel it is not a actual magical pull, but there's just something drawing your attention down that row of blocks towards the center of the city. Thank you for listening to this episode of Azara's Fist, an amateurish production. You've just heard the voices of Eli Shanks as Kaelis, Katie DeMatteis as Biatrice, Shawn Banerjee as Ved, Ben Martin Mooney as Buckley, and Justin Lane as everyone and everything else. Editing for this episode was done by Ben Martin Mooney and Katie DeMatteis, with sound design by Cy Rutherford using assets from Monument Studios. Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/amateurishproductions for special bonus content, including our immediate reactions to each episode at our free tier and full post-edit talkback episodes at all of our paid tiers. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.